If you follow along with the things that I share, you know that having sentiment tags prepped and ready, organized in my favorite tackle box, is one of my favorite craft room organization tips that saves me a ton of time when I'm making cards. Today I want to show you how I use scraps from my card projects to make even more tags to keep organized in my tag box. Something else I love to keep prepped and ready on hand are card fronts that are perfectly fit to fit the fronts of my cards. These measure 4 inches by 5¼ inches, and the scraps from making these are what we're going to be using today to make more tags for my tag box. Now, if you are not familiar with my tag box, I'll show it to you here. This is a fishing tackle box. The brand, I get asked about this all the time, the brand is FLW Outdoors. Now, if you want to know where I purchased it, well, I found it in my garage. And I don't know where it came from, so I apologize. I cannot tell you where it came from, but I love this tackle box because it has these dividers that are removable, so I can decide how big the compartments are, and I've organized these tags into sections. So I have thank you, I have thinking of you, congrats, oh, this is congrats, this is, I'm not sure what, we have birthdays, just different, some general ones, good luck, encouragement. So just an assortment of all of my different sentiment tags. So I shared not too long ago how I prepped these. They look like I fussy cut them out, but I didn't. It's a really cool new stamp and die set that stamps greetings and then cuts them out as well. So I shared a video not too long ago showing how to prepare tons of those at one time. I will link you to that and probably a couple other things in the video description below if you want to take a look at those. But today we're going to create some super simple tags. Now, if you are unfamiliar with prepping card fronts and having these strips left over that look like this, I have loads of these strips in my craft room. So I would imagine you probably do too. But how I prep my card front pieces is just like this. And I've marked my trimmer with these lines to make it easier. The green lines right here are the ones I use to make card front pieces. If you want more information on this, you can find that link down below as well. But I cut first at 8 inches, then I turn it sideways and cut at 10½. Then I am going to turn it sideways, cut in half at 5¼ stack these up so I can do 2 at once, flip them sideways. See, I'm there at my green line and cut at 4. So I have 4 card bases prepped and ready here. And here are my scraps. Now I was preparing for an event here not too long ago, and I have an incredible number of these scraps laying around. So I'll pull in a few here. And here is what we're going to do with these. I am going to use this new stamp set. I really love this. This is actually the first time I will be using it right now. Go-to greetings, and I think they are so pretty. Covers the basics of the greetings that we use a lot of times, and it has one large, like fancy one, a medium-sized script one, and then some really nice small ones. So we'll show how we are going to use these. I have opened up 6 different colors of ink off screen, and I opened up some neutrals, and I opened up a few, one blue, one pink, and one purple. So when I prep tags, I like to prepare a variety of colors, but I'm not going to prepare all of the colors. So I like to stick with neutrals, black, gray, tan, browns, navy, and then do a few others, like pick a color of pink, do some of those, pick a color of purple, do some of those. And that is what I'm going to do here. Now, here is a little tip I thought I would share since we are stamping lots of small sentiments here, is how to line up your stamps so that they are straight. Now, most of the time when I put a stamp on a block, a lot of times I would do it this way. And I would turn it upside down, try to make sure it's straight, stick it on there. Well, with these small sentiments, you can do it that way, but what I actually typically do is lay my block right here, hold my stamp in my hand, and line it up so that the words are straight with the top edge of the block or the bottom edge. Sometimes they'll be right in the center of my block, just depending on the size and dimensions of the sentiment. But that is what I do. I line them up so they're straight with the block itself. And here is the advantage of that. Now, when I want to stamp my sentiment, I am not really worrying about if the words are straight. I am making sure the top of my block is straight with the top of the paper. So if you don't do it this way, think about what I just said. I am making sure that my paper and my block are aligned. Okay, so I can stamp however many I want to. Now, since I have this thinking of you stamp, I am going to stamp several in one color. Stamp some gray ones. Let's pull in another piece. We'll do a few other colors. And then I am going to continue this with the other stamp. So the other ones in this set I have, we'll go ahead and move on to another one. Let's do a few happy birthdays. So I'll do one in navy. I'll do one in pink. This is Blushing Bride. We'll do a Highland Heather. Now, once I get a lot of these stamped, what I can do is I typically just trim them apart by hand. So you could use your trimmer if you want to make sure that they are straight. Sometimes I get my spacing right, so I don't have to trim any excess out of the center. Sometimes I get my spacing a little off and I need to trim a little bit out. But this is just a really easy way to prepare quick tags. And then once I have them prepared, I will bring in my tag box, of course, and organize them into the correct section. So I'm laughing at myself. If you were laughing at me wondering what this one is, I think I put the woohoos in the wrong section. I think that's why I'm confused, because I think this section was love, and then I think I put some of the tags in the wrong section. So if you're laughing at me for not knowing what that section of my tag box is, you are totally allowed to laugh at me. That's the birthday section. And then all of my thinking of yous go right here in this box. I have wanted to label them up here on the lid to make it easy to look and see which ones they are, but I use it enough that typically I don't have a problem figuring out which ones are where. So hope this gives you an idea for using up some of your scraps and being more organized and saving time in your craft room. Thanks so much for watching along. I'll link to these products I've talked about in the video description below. I hope you have a blessed day, and I hope you'll be back again next time when I'll be here helping you to hand make with love.